My name is Will Young. I'm the owner and CEO of Aerowave Technologies. We have been running EOS for 4 years, so since August 2021, with Jeff the whole time. And we chose Jeff because I had bought the company after 20 years of the prior owners in 2021, and it was very clear that switching from a family-owned business to what it was going to become, or what I wanted it to become, we needed a different way of running the business. And so, we needed EOS badly. I really liked Jeff's background. He had done some telecommunications or a telecom provider. That has turned out to be less and less important than just generally the feel I got from Jeff, even compared to the other EOS implementers that we interviewed and did 90-minute meetings with, that Jeff was going to push us to be better, that he had a perspective that I agreed with, that we need to professionalize our business and ask the hard questions and the hard truths that we needed to hear, that we as a company needed at that point. Yeah, so we've had a huge impact from running EOS from a kind of just financial or numerical perspective. We're about 3 times the size from a revenue perspective as when we started 4 years ago. Some of that's via acquisition, not much, but some, which is a testament to EOS because there's no chance we could have done an acquisition when we started. I think the big thing that EOS in general and Jeff in particular has done is we were bailing water in the boat. That was what we were doing when I got here, when I bought the business for the first 12 months or so. It felt like all we were doing was bailing the water, and I think there's a natural tendency to want to bail faster or get a bigger bucket or whatever, and Jeff and EOS gave us the tools where we fixed the boat. We patched up the holes in it, and then he gave us the tools, he gave us the framework, he gave us the vocabulary to fix the boat and then actually start putting up bigger sails and better steering wheel. And whereas before I think we were just trying to keep the boat from sinking, now we're actually steering it, and that's given me the ability to actually enjoy what I do at work. It's given me the ability to not wake up in the middle of the night worried about something, not have clients call us all the time worried about things. I focus on bigger and better things. When we started, I had no kids and I wasn't married. Now I had 2 kids and 1 on the way, and I get to spend a lot of time with them and with my wife. And even though the business is significantly bigger, so EOS and Jeff have really changed my life by giving us the tools to make our business better. I've recommended EOS in general and Jeff in particular to at least 5 or 6 other entrepreneur friends of mine, and folks who were tearing their hair out, who felt like they weren't in control of their business, that they were a passenger, not a driver of the boat. EOS gives you the framework, but I think what separates Jeff, even as an EOS implementer, and why I think he does a better job than any other EOS implementer I've ever heard of, is that Jeff tells you, the owner, the visionary, whatever in EOS language would be visionary, he tells you the things that you need to hear, even though you don't want to hear them. In particular, Jeff shook me out of a very negative self-talk that I was doing, being very hard on myself, being hard on the business. I was sort of gaslighting myself or letting other people gaslight me. And Jeff just made me stop thinking that way. And I needed to hear that at that point. And it really changed my whole opinion on work. It's changed my opinion on how to run the business. I think EOS can help most small business owners if they want to improve, if they want their business to improve. And I think that's, when I've talked to people are on the fence about EOS, I think there is some you've gotten comfortable with the chaos that you live with and you're afraid of the change. And I think that's the big thing, is you need to make sure that you're ready to change, and that's what EOS will do. And I think anybody who runs EOS will be able to help you, and anytime you implement EOS, will help you. But what Jeff does that's, I think, unique is tells you those things that you need to hear even though you don't want to, and I really respect him for it.